Jonathan Viscosi, last season was absolutely amazing for you. Team TPS conceded only 14 goals in 27 matches. Your comments on last season?
Yeah, it was an amazing season. It was really enjoyable to play. We played really good football. And we worked hard on the way we were going to play, and we stuck to it. Even when sometimes it wasn't working, we stayed with it, and yeah, it was enjoyable to kind of play our own way and the whole season. And even against the tougher teams, we kept at it. And yeah, defensively it was really nice. We really good group of guys at the back four and whoever was coming in, and it was really enjoyable the work we did. We all took pride in it, and yeah, hopefully looking to do the same this year.
Hope so. You were chosen the Keeper of the Year in Ykkönen. It seems that both you and Goalkeeper Coach Eemeli Reposen can be pretty pleased with each other's effort.
Yeah, me and Repo have a really good relationship. Like I said before, he's only 1 year older than me, but we get along really well. Even outside of the time we're in the change room or in training, we're texting each other about if we're watching other goalkeepers play in different situations, and we look back at the games and we're always looking at clips, and he's always trying to make me better. And that's what you want out of a goalkeeping coach. He's definitely the best coach I've worked with. And every day I come, I'm excited to see what he has. He always has new things for me, or making sure that I'm playing at my highest level. And yeah, I think he's happy that if I play well on the field, he sees it a bit as his achievement. So we both could kind of take something from the good games and good things we do in training.
So Eemeli had a big role that you decided to continue with TPS.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. He made me a lot better last year, and I think he can make me even better this year. He actually told me himself where he sees me going, and it was nice to hear that. So he sees the potential I have, and he wants to make sure I reach my full potential. So,
where does he see you going?
There's no need to look at that, because I think from what I've learned from my experience, there's no point of looking ahead. I've got a big responsibility this year and a great opportunity to play in Veikkausliiga. I know that it's going to be different than last season. There's going to be much more pressure and much more expected from me, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. So the way I see it, I've got a great challenge and opportunity in front of me to show what I can do and show what type of goalkeeper I am. And wherever that takes me, we'll see where it goes. But it's nice to kind of hear his intention, and he believes, he reassured me that I've got everything I need to play in this league, and I know that as well. And now it's going to be about going out and doing it.
Tell us a bit about what have you done during the winter.
Yeah, during the winter I focused on I had a few things that I needed to fix from the season. It was tough, I played all the games in preseason and in the season, so it took its toll, and there wasn't so much time to fix things mechanically, the way my body was working. So with Mikko, our physio, he gave me a really good program before I left, and we were communicating while I was back home, and I focused a lot on that. And since coming back, I've been feeling really good. Those problems have kind of gone out the window, and also I was able to do some different work, outside of football and goalkeeping training. That has shown well on the field. I think I feel good for it, and I feel sharper, more mobile, and even though I've maybe aged 1 year, I'm actually feeling better than last year. So.
You said that you like this country and this town. Has something in Finland surprised you?
Actually, this year, I don't know if I remember the winter being this long last year. Last year, it seemed like the spring came a lot quicker. So yeah, this has surprised me a little bit that it's dragging on so long. But no, I think I had more surprises last year. Now I'm more used to, the way the country is and the culture and everything like that. And still very much enjoying my time here. But really looking forward for the weather to get nicer, because it becomes a much more nicer place in the summer.
Säänpäin kiertävä potku sieltä on tulossa. Äijälän merkki, sitten tulee pallo siihen etutolpalle, siihen pääsee Saarinen väliin, mutta Jonathan Viscosi näyttää nyt tällä torjunnalla jälleen kerran sen, minkä takia hän on kenties tämän sarjan paras maalivahti.
Last season ended in a very exciting and emotional game in Espoo. What kind of a boost that is for TPS?
Yeah, unbelievable. Definitely one of the greatest, sporting moments of my life. And Yeah, it was really enjoyable, and also as not only as a player but as a group. Those are the type of games that you take a lot of experience from, and makes you better as a team, makes you better as an individual. Those high pressure moments, and I'm sure we're going to have many more games of that level of intensity and that level of pressure this season, and I think we're that much more ready for it. So it's definitely a big boost.
Who tells the best jokes in TPS locker room?
There's some funny characters, even though I can't really understand much of the jokes, what's going on. And when they translate, it's never as good. But just from what I could sense from the tone of voice, and even when people speak in English, I think guys like Jompa and Friba, really funny characters. Even Yuri, who doesn't speak much English at all, I always get a good laugh out of him, or he always gets a good laugh out of me. So yeah, we have a lot of funny characters in the change room, and I couldn't really put it on one person.
The new TPS striker Drago Milovic is almost 2 meters tall. How do you see it as a goalie? What is the best way of taking advantage of this tall player, for example, in corner kicks?
On corner kicks, I would think more, when we're in trouble in the back with the pressure's high on us, he'd be a good way to get out. I think if I could kick the ball anywhere near him, with his size, he'll be able to hold it, and we'll be able to get out up the field. So I think that's the biggest advantage. On corner kicks, I think me, Miro, Rase, Friba, we have a very good, understanding of how we set up, and it worked well for us last year. So I think we don't need Drago there so much, but definitely up the field and on our attacking corners and crosses, we could use him, and hopefully when we need a goal, he could knock one in for us.
When you think of all your teammates in TPS, who do you think is going to surprise fans positively, and why?
That's a tough question. I think we've got quite a few players. I think this year, Friba is going to show quite a bit. If I had to think of somebody, we've played the cup games together this year, and I think he's gonna surprise people this season and show how good he really is. I think he showed last year as well, but maybe his opportunities were a bit more limited because our defense was so strong. We kind of kept it the same, and he had to fill in other roles. But yeah, I think I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do this year. And as a center back, I know he wants to cement his place, and I think he could offer us something, something that he maybe didn't do last year. So, yeah.
You are no longer the only Canadian in TPS. How does that feel?
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to have another English-speaking person in the change room. There's a bit more of a, how do you say, need to speak English and translations and stuff like that, so it makes it a bit easier for me. And I've actually been hosting him until he gets his apartment ready, so we've become good friends, and it's nice. He's a very good addition, and it's nice to have someone from my home country. And yeah.
TPS has also 2 new goalkeepers, Joni Rahila and Miikka Mujunen. What do you think about the team's goalkeeper situation now?
Yeah, it's good. Both very good goalkeepers. We've worked well together. There's times where Emily's away with the national team, and we take the goalkeeping session on our own, and we're all pushing each other to be the best we can be. And even in training, when we're on opposite ends in small-sided games or whatever, if they're making some big saves, I've got to make sure I'm on my toes and be the best I can as well. So it's good to have three goalkeepers, and.
When I asked Onni Valakari which skill he would like to take and from whom, he said that he would like to take your mindset. Tell us a bit about your mindset.
Me and Onni we like to go for a coffee sometimes in the afternoon and talk about these things. I think don't know, it's hard to explain. I think we would need a longer video if I want to go through it all, but just in brief, I think my mindset's kind of changed over time. When I was younger, I think I was very similar to Onni, very driven, very ambitious, and I've kind of learned over the years and with my experience so far that there's a lot of things in football you can't control. So my mindset is more about going out every single day and taking the opportunity you have and being the best you can be, and that's the only thing you can control and focus on really, and everything external and the results and stuff like that, it's better to detach yourself from and just focus on the process. So me and Onni actually share quite a bit of that stuff, and it's nice to have someone to talk to, and if it's able to help him and he's gonna do well for us, then I might take a little bit of credit for it.
I've understood that writing is also a way of controlling your thoughts for you.
Yeah, that's become a bit of a daily ritual. since I finished university. I enjoyed it. I plan to write a book one day as well. I'm working on it in the process, and I think all the experience I get from the games, from trainings, just the day-to-day process of being a professional footballer, there's a lot to record, and I think I just turned 27, and I think age alone doesn't make you smarter or make you more experienced. It's what you learn from it and what you take from it. So there's a lot to learn in the day-to-day life of being a professional footballer, and it's an education in itself. And I think the best way to make the most of it for me is to, write down some of the things I want to improve on, want to work on, what's working well for me, what I think I need to change, and it's a nice way to kind of stay level-headed and see progression in my game.
And finally, your greetings for the fans.
Yeah, I hope everyone's going to enjoy the season, come out in strong numbers like you did last year, and get behind us. We'll need you guys for sure, and it's going to be a good season, so let's go for it.